नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, welcome, dear devotees. So beautiful discussing Srimad Bhagavatam in the morning. Today we are starting a new chapter, Canto 1, chapter number 14. The title is Disappearance of Lord Shri Krishna. This particular chapter does not actually talk the events that how Krishna departed from this world, but it actually talks about the signs Pandavas, especially Yudhishthir Maharaj, is observing when Krishna departs. So the different omens, different signs, what he experiences when Krishna is no longer present in this material world physically, and it's time for his to wind up his leela from this earthly planet, and the signs they are being mentioned. So Suta Goswami is continuing. We saw in the previous chapter that how he discussed Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, and Vidura quitting home, and now Krishna departing. The next chapter, Pandavas retire timely, and then Sudha Goswami will come to the point how Parikshit Maharaj is ruling, how he became the king, and then how he renounced, how he met Sukdev Goswami, and Bhagavatam was spoken. So that's the continuation of the flow of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are here in this particular chapter where the disappearance of Lord Shri Krishna will be discussed. Let's start from the text one. Suta uvacha samprastite dvarakayam Jishno bandhu didrikshaya ज्ञातुं च पुण्यश्लोकस्य कृष्णस्य च विचेष्टितम्. Aditi Mataji, want to read English translation for text number 1?
Hare Krishna. Translation. Sri Shuta Goswami said, Arjuna went to Dwarka to see Lord Krishna and other friends and also to learn from the Lord of his next activities.
So Sudha Goswami is starting by saying that Arjun went to Dwarka to see Lord Shri Krishna and other friends, also to learn from the Lord of his next activities. That means, Arjuna is going to Dwarka to meet Lord Shri Krishna and the friends. Hambi, Arjuna is so fortunate, so beautiful life. All his relatives or friends, they were all pure devotees. All friends, they are the residents of Dwarka, and then he can go and personally meet Sri Krishna. How fortunate is that? We go to India, we meet our friends, our relatives. If we can also go, like from here Hastinapur to Dwarka, we go from Australia to India, and we can meet our friends, relatives who are all pure devotees, associates of Lord Shri Krishna, and meet Shri Krishna. कितना कितना अच्छा होगा, कितना मजा आता है ना ऐसे जीने का. But on top of that, what is mentioned here, Arjun went to Dwarka to learn from the Lord of his next activities. That means Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that Arjuna is an eternal companion, associate of Lord Shri Krishna. Wherever Krishna goes in different planets to perform his Leela, his activities, Arjuna, Pandavas, they also accompany Lord Shri Krishna. Depending on where they are, what type of role Leela is happening, but Arjun is accompanying Krishna. Here in this earthly planet, there was a battle of Kurukshetra, Pandavas, Kauravas, the war was going on. So Arjun, remember when we discussed about Bhagavad Gita, that Arjuna is playing like an actor. He is asking the questions for our benefit, but actually he is eternal associate of Krishna. And now Krishna's purpose to come appear in this world is paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam. That means to destroy the miscreants, annihilate, and to protect the devotees. So अभी ये जो war हो गया, Kurukshetra war was happened. After that, this all incidents are happening. So Arjun goes to Krishna in Dwarka and asks him, कि your mission in this world to protect the devotees is accomplished because you have established Yudhishthir Maharaj as the king and you have destroyed the miscreants. तो आपका जो mission था ये world में appear होने का, that has been completed. So what is your next activities? अभी next project क्या है? And Arjun is eternal associate. So what is the next project? कहाँ पे जाना है? क्या लीला करनी है? किसको और destroy करना है? Protection of devotees. And Arjun is eternal associate. So he will be accompanying Krishna. So find out about that. Arjun is going to Dwarka. That is what Sutta Goswami is starting. Now from text number 2, for next few verses, we will see the signs that how Yudhishthir Maharaj is suspecting that Krishna is has departed from this world, left this world. Let's see. Text number 2, Radhika Mataji.
Hare Krishna, everyone. व्यतीताः कतिचिन्मासास्तदा नायाततो अर्जुनः ददर्श घोरारूपाणि निमित्तानि कुरुद्वाहः. A few months passed and Arjuna did not return. Maharaja Yudhishthira then began to observe some inauspicious omens, which were fearful in themselves. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So few months went by. Arjuna went to Dwarka to meet Lord Shri Krishna. He didn't come back. Few months he did not return. And during that time, Maharaj Yudhishthir observed some inauspicious signs, some bad omens he can see, he can observe in the kingdom. And he is suspecting the disappearance of Lord Shri Krishna. Otherwise, how come there are some bad signs in the kingdom? He's saying that how is it possible to have these inauspicious dealings amongst the citizens, the behavior of the citizens, and we will see in the detail. And that's how he is suspecting. There is a fear, fearfulness is there. And he's suspecting that Krishna has may have departed. When we are connected with Krishna, when a devotee is completely depending on Krishna, he becomes fearless. Abhay Charanarvinda, the name of Srila Prabhupada. When a devotee feels the protection of Krishna, connection of Krishna in the life, a devotee is fearless. But whenever we see the Krishna is no longer there in the life, the connection is lost, then there is a fear. Rakshishyati iti vishwaso. Rakshishya iti vishwaso. Firm faith, full 100% complete faith the devotee can get that Krishna will protect me. And we can see in the life of Srila Prabhupada how at the age of 70, old age, never left India. He sits in the Jaladuta, the cargo ship, and goes to America, carrying Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita message with him. Why? That shows his fearlessness, complete dependency on Krishna, and have the full faith that Krishna will surely protect. That connection with Krishna we can also experience in our life, and we can also become fearless when we are experiencing presence of Krishna in our everyday life, and that connection can be established by chanting and association of devotees. When we are chanting regularly, we feel that we are connected with Krishna. Chanting Krishna in this Kali Yuga, he is appearing, he is amongst us in his holy name. And we can experience that connection. And as long as we experience that connection with Krishna, we also become fearless. All the fear goes away when a person goes near to Krishna. Many times people are afraid of going closer to the Lord. भगवान के नजदीक जाने में लोग डरते हैं कि if I go closer to Krishna, my desires will go away, my life will change. I wouldn't be able to live the life how I am doing currently, taking care of the job or family. But those people who are fearful of going closer to Krishna don't know that if someone goes closer to the Lord, all the fear goes away, because it's Krishna who can give fearlessness. When we have that strong, firm faith that Krishna is protecting us, is present, is looking after us. And that is what here we see that Yudhishthira Maharaj feels that fearful of the inauspicious signs, and he is suspecting that Lord Krishna has departed from this world. Text number 3. Um, Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Text 3. Kalasya च गतिं रौद्रं विपर्यास्तर्तु धर्मिणः पापीयासिं निलम्बर्ता क्रोधलोभान्वितात्मनाम्. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. He saw that the direction of eternal time had changed, and this was very fearful. There were disruptions in the seasonal regularities. The people in general had become very greedy, angry, and deceitful, and he saw that they were adopting foul means of livelihood. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Yudhishthir Maharaj was he what he observed in the kingdom amongst the citizens, the behavior, the seasons, that will be all described in next few verses along with this as well. That he saw the direction of eternal time changed. Very fearful. There were disruptions in the seasonal regularities. Disruption in seasonal regularities means, how we have the rainy season, summer, winter, autumn, spring. There is a seasonal, there is a flow. There are seasons. In summer, there is hot weather. In winter, it's cold. But there is disruptions. And we see that in today's world as well, that it sometimes in the summer, I remember some years back on the Christmas day or in December, there was a hailstorm. And there is rain without any proper season, so this all changes, and Yudhishthir Maharaj is observing that. It appears that this seasonal disruptions was not present before. It started after Krishna departed with the beginning of Kali Yuga. And there were people in general became very greedy, angry, deceitful, doing fraud. All these things started happening as the Kali Yuga beginning and Krishna was departing from this world. People's behavior changed. People started become greedy, angry. Prabhupada writes in the purport that when there is no spiritual goal in people's life, if people forget that spirituality or bhakti karna, yeah, or to ultimate purpose of the life is the spirituality, progress in spirituality, then that higher goal is not there in people's life, and then people become greedy for wealth, fame, position, power, and they want to do sense gratification because they forget that they are the soul, and to connect the soul with the super soul, that is the ultimate aim of the life. When they forget that, people start becoming greedy for all these things, which is material things, with the wealth, power, fame, position, and all these things. And Prabhupada writes in the purport, the whole world has become like that currently. The whole civilization, the whole world has become such that people are all quarrelsome. There is misunderstandings, there is greediness, pride is there in the people. But there is a hope for it. Prabhupada writes. Let's read the last two lines of the purport, starting from ignorance. Ketan Prabhu, you want to read? Starting from ignorance, the last two lines, Prabhupada writes that yes, the world has become so much of greedy for wealth and power, and so much fraud is happening, so much quarrelsome is happening. But there is a hope for us. What is that hope? Ketan Prabhu, last two lines.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Ignorance is the cause for all the anomalies in human society, and to remove this ignorance, especially in this age of degradation, the powerful sun is there to disturb light in the shape of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada writes here that yes, there is ignorance in the whole human society, but to remove this ignorance, the whole age is age of degradation, but there is a powerful sun, and that is distributing light in the shape of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam has come especially for this yuga, for the people of this world, and it will destroy all this ignorance, it will destroy all this quarrel and misunderstanding. So much power Bhagavatam has, and that's why Prabhupada carried Srimad Bhagavatam went from India to America because everyone is following the Western world. The style of clothes, the way they speak, the way they behave. Everyone, even in India, people are influenced by the Western culture. And Srila Prabhupada knew this. So he took Bhagavatam to the West. So if people are in America, people in the Western world, they learn Srimad Bhagavatam, and when they are following the Vedic civilization, whole the rest of the world, everyone will follow. And this was his idea of dancing white elephants. It is mentioned dancing white elephants means if white people are doing something, people will automatically get attracted to, and they will also want to do. And that's how Srila Prabhupada wanted. Kitna bada vision hai dekho. Srila Prabhupada wanted to distribute Bhagavatam, this knowledge, and remove the greediness, pride, fraud, everything from all around the world by the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's how Srila Prabhupada's plan was. Text number 4. Anshul Prabhu. Then
Hare Krishna will
5.
be the
Puja Mataji, you can do 5.
Then of comes all devotees. Prabhupada ki jai. Jihma prayam vyavahritam shatyamishram cha sohridam pitre matre suhrit pratre dampati nam cha kalkanam.
Translation: all ordinary transactions and dealings became polluted with cheating, even between friends. And in familial affairs, there was always misunderstanding between fathers, mothers, and sons, between well wishers and between brothers. Even between husband and wife, there was always strain and quarrel. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So more and more signs what Yudhishthir Maharaj is observing. Prabhupada writes in the purport that it seems all this quarrel between husband and wife, misunderstanding between father and son, this was not present before. As the Kali Yuga started, this has been so rampant and so much it became very common. And the dealings became polluted with cheatings. That even between friends the cheating started, and the more and more signs how Yudhishthir Maharaj is experiencing in the kingdom. And this is what mentioned in the purport by Srila Prabhupada, that this situation in a person's life can be changed by devotional service. And that is the lesson for us from this particular, all the omens, all the signs of this world, what a person sees, that can be changed when a person engages in devotional service. Because devotional service is the, see, many of you have already discussed the Bhagavad Gita. There are 3 types of karmas: good karma, bad karma, and akarma. Generally people know 2. Good karma, अच्छा काम करोगे तो अच्छा रिजल्ट मिलेगा. Bad karma means बुरा काम करोगे तो बुरा कर्म reaction आएगा. And generally in this world, people who haven't studied scriptures, they know only about 2 things: good karma, good actions, good reaction; bad action, bad reaction. But there is a third karma which is called akarma. That is the devotional service. When a person performs devotional service, akarma, then a person is not entangled in this world. That is the direct service to the Lord, and the consciousness, a person is not doing a good or bad, but is engaged in the devotional service. And when a person engages in the devotional service, जो भगवान की सेवा करता है, then one person can understand the Lord. Bhaktya mam api janati yavan yachasmi tattvataha. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, one can know me as I am only by devotional service. So in devotional service, we take a person away from the 3 modes of material nature or all the effects of the time of this world, and then the whole civilization, our life, everything can become fearless, smooth, and a person can achieve the ultimate aim, the purpose of life. So that's why devotional service is highlighted in all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Everywhere you will see. And the Bhagavatam, why the reason we saw how Bhagavatam was discussed, what was the reason? That direct devotional service of Lord Sri Krishna wasn't mentioned. And the whole purpose of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna telling to Arjuna that perform devotional service. The whole purpose of Bhagavatam is Bhagwan ki seva karni chahiye. Whatever we are doing, that can be done with the consciousness of a devotional service. भगवान की सेवा के भाव से हम कर सकते हैं, and that way, we will a person will achieve the ultimate purpose of the life. That is very important. Text number 5.
Hare Krishna. Text 5. Nimittanyayत्यरिष्टानि kale त्वनुगतो नृणां लोभाधधर्मप्रकृतिं दृष्ट्वोवाचानुजं नृपः. Translation. In course of time, it came to pass that people in general became accustomed to greed, anger, pride, etc. Maharaj Yudhishthira, observing all these omens, spoke to his younger brothers. Hare Krishna.
So Maharaj Yudhishthir observed all this, and now he is speaking to his younger brother. किसको बोलता है? Bhim को. He will start talking to Bhim that how he was disturbed, he was perturbed that how is this all happening? ऐसा तो पहले कभी देखा ही नहीं था. इतना सारा misunderstanding and quarrel and cheating and fraud and everything is happening. Nowadays it's very common. If we find this person who is having pride or a greed, we don't get surprised. ये दुनिया ऐसी ही है. ये लोग. I remember once I went to Devamrit Maharaj, and I spoke with Maharaj. Because I had some experience in my business, and I said, Maharaj, this person is doing cheating. He or she cheated in my business. And Maharaj said, so what? The whole world is full of cheaters. You should be surprised when you are dealing with someone and there is no cheating happening. ये दुनिया ही ऐसी है. There is quarrels, misunderstanding, cheating, fraud, everything is happening. Maharaj said the whole world is full like this, and everyone you meet, they have this hidden agenda in the heart, in the mind, and they want to take benefit of you. They want to do something. So Maharaj said that you should be surprised when you are dealing with someone and you don't see these signs. Nowadays, the whole world is full of that. So he said, don't get disturbed. Here Yudhishthir Maharaj is disturbed by observing all these signs because it wasn't present before. Now it has just, the Kali Yuga is starting. So it's all going. And then Yudhishthir Maharaj talks to Bhim that देखो अभी ये क्या हो रहा है. 6, 7 together. Who wants to do? Aditi Mataji, you want to try Sanskrit? 6 and 7 together.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Text number 6. Yudhishthira uvacha sampratisto dvarkayam jishnurbandhudirikshaya jnanatum cha punya shlokasya krishnasya cha visheshtitam. Text number 7. गता सप्ताधुना मासा भीमसेना तवानुजा नायाति कस्य वा हेतोर्नाहं वेददम् anjasa. Translation for number 6. Maharaja Yudhishthira said to his younger brother Bhimsena, I sent Arjuna to Dwarka to meet his friends and to learn from the personality of Godhead Krishna of his program of work. Translation for number 7. Since he departed, 7 months have passed, yet he has not returned. I do not know factually how things are going there. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. 7th, can you read 7th as well? Oh, sorry, 8.
I read the translation for number 7, Prabhu.
Yeah, 8 also.
Okay. Text number 8. Api devarshinaadishta sakalogyamapasthita yagnam akridam bhagavan utshishikshati. Translation. Is he going to quit his earthly pastimes as Devarshi Narad indicated? Has that time already arrived?
Text number 8 brings us to that point that how Yudhishthir Maharaj is talking to Bhima about the hint, the indication. Remember in previous chapter when Dhritarashtra left home and when Narad Muni comes to pacify Yudhishthir Maharaj, and he is telling that he has left for good based on the instructions of Vidura, he has went to Himalayan mountains. And you also can retire when Krishna departs. And then he just gave a hint, and that's where he stopped. He didn't mention. He knew what was going on, what has happened. The Yadu dynasty has gone. Vidura also knew Krishna has departed. But Narad Muni didn't say anything. He gave a little hint. पहले विदुर जी, he didn't say anything. Narad Muni gave a little hint. And now here, when he is observing that all those signs, and he's telling to Bhima that I sent Arjun to Dwarka to meet his friends and to meet Lord Shri Krishna to understand what is his program. But 7 months have passed, and Arjun hasn't come back. उस जमाने में ये WhatsApp and phone calls was not there. They can call and ask, email and everything. So 7 months passed, but yet Arjuna is not returned. I don't know what's going on. And then he's telling to Bhima that suspect, that hinting that is he going to quit? Is Krishna going to quit that earthly pastime? Earthly pastime means whatever Krishna is performing here is Leela. As Devarishi Narada indicated, has that time already arrived? क्या वो समय आ गया है जब भगवान श्री कृष्णा this earthly planet say, he is going to depart and go to somewhere else for some other pastime. So he's suspecting because all this bad inauspicious signs is hinting that. Text number 9, we'll do one more and then we can stop. Anyone would like to do? Bimal Prabhu, yes.
Text number 9. Hare Krishna. Yasmannaha sampado rajyam taraha pranaha kulam prajaha asansa panta vijayo lokascha yadnugrahata. Translation. From him only all our kingly opulence, good wives, lives, progeny, control over our subjects, victory over our enemies, and future accommodations in high planets have become possible. All this is due to his causeless mercy upon us. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So here Yudhishthir Maharaj is telling to Bhimsen that all that what we have is mercy of the Lord. ये भगवान की दया से हमारे पास जो कुछ भी है वो भगवान की दया से है. He is telling. Prabhupada writes in the purport that material prosperity consists of good wife, good home, sufficient land, good children, aristocratic family relations, victory over competitors' land, attainment of accommodation in higher celestial planet, for better facilities. All this a person has, it's by the mercy of the Lord. Vedic civilization was like that. Wherever or whatever a person has, they understand ये सब भगवान की दया से है, by mercy of the Lord. Modern civilization, the modern world believes that you can get anything by personal endeavor, and whatever we have, it's अपने hard work से on our own endeavor we are getting it. कुछ भी हासिल करना है, मेहनत करो, आगे बढ़ो और वो हासिल करो. That is what the material world belief is there, that you can get anything by your hard work. But Vedic civilization is understanding that it's the mercy of the Lord along with the endeavor. Endeavor is there. Remember the Damodar month, the rope is 2 fingers short, mercy and endeavor. कुछ भी हासिल करना है, yes, the endeavor is required, but along with that, mercy of the Lord is very important. Only endeavor will not achieve. And it is required to get the sanction of the Lord to achieve anything. The sanction of the Lord is required. Srila Prabhupada gives amazing example in the purport that, and to understand this particular point, sometimes a patient in the hospital having access to the top doctor in the top hospital with the top medicines available in the whole world, with all the machines, medical inventions, and everything. A patient is there in the hospital having all these things, doctor, medicines, all the machineries, medical inventions, in the top hospital, everything, but yet the patient can't be survived. There is a death. The patient doesn't live. And on the other side, sometimes a patient has a very extreme disease, a hopeless case. Prabhupada writes in the purport, is a hopeless case कि उसका कुछ नहीं हो सकता, कोई नहीं बचा सकता, and that person will be saved. That person will be cured. Sometimes even medical treatment, that person will be cured. And Prabhupada points it out that this is what mercy of the Lord is. जिसने राखे कृष्णा मारे कृष्णा राखे के, the one who Lord Krishna decides to finish, then no one can save. कोई भी डॉक्टर, कोई भी हॉस्पिटल, कोई भी मेडिसिन, कुछ भी कोई सेव नहीं कर सकता उसको. लेकिन if Krishna decides to save someone, then no one can kill that person. So the sanction of the Lord is very important for our life. Also, we understand that it is very important that whatever we are trying to achieve in our life, work life, student life, studies, job, business, family, there has to be both. Our endeavor should be there, and mercy of the Lord we have to invoke, and we have to pray for that. Then only it will be successful. Both is required. Okay. 706. All right, we'll stop here. Very nice, the storyline, how Arjuna has went to Dwarka. He hasn't returned for 7 months. Yudhishthir Maharaj here in Hastinapur observing all these signs. He is talking to Bhima that all these bad things, all what we have is by the mercy of the Lord. But now there is quarrel, fraud is going on, cheating is going on, between misunderstandings are there between family members. And he is thinking that Krishna must have finished his pastimes in this world. So that's the storyline. Okay. Any questions, additions? We'll start from 10 tomorrow. The continuation of Yudhishthir Maharaj talking to Bhima.
Prabhuji, I have a question, please, if you don't mind.
Yes, Prabhu.
I'd like to know, if Yudhishthira was assigned as king and they were rightfully leading the country or the kingdom, and people were brought up with the right righteousness, how did it happen so quickly within that 7 months that they experienced such a degradation with their leadership? I'm just questioning that part of it. Hare Krishna.
Yes, it's a very valid question, because Krishna established them so that everything is fine. भगवान को उनको किंग इसलिए बना था कि सब कुछ ठीक हो जाए, and within few months only everything is, Yudhishthir Maharaj is observing quarrel, cheat, everything. So what this indicates is this is Lord's plan so that Bhagavatam could be spoken. ये फटाफट आगे बढ़ेगा. Pandavas will retire timely. Parikshit Maharaj will come. Kali Yuga must come, enter into the world. Before that, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga is there. But Kali Yuga must enter. And then Bhagavatam is spoken. And that's why last chapter of this first canto, we will see that how Sukdev Goswami meets Parikshit Maharaj and Bhagavatam can be spoken. So Krishna wants that the message of Bhagavatam comes. People who are in Kali Yuga can be saved. And jo samjhenge nahi, usko end of Kali Yuga, again Krishna will come in the form of Kalki. And then they will be wiped off. And then again Satya Yuga. So it goes in the circle. Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga. And Kali Yuga ke liye, people can't do meditation, people can't do yajna, people can't do tapasya. All the dharma took the shelter in Srimad Bhagavatam. And this is Krishna's plan that Kali Yuga must progress, Bhagavatam must be spoken, and that's why this is all happening. The incidents leading to the. Okay? All right, let's finish today. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Have a lovely day.
Hare
Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna, devotees.